Hey everyone, my name is Alan and this is Fliphouse Finds, and it's not only the name of the channel, it's also the name of a small business I started back in January of 2025 selling Pokemon cards. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know that the video I put out 2 days ago, I talked about how I went from level 1 to level 4 on TCGPlayer in just 21 days. And I spent a lot of time creating that video, making sure that it was useful for you, but I didn't want to make the video too long. And so I want to create this video as a supplement to that one to show you the nuances of listing cards. Now, there are some people, because of the quantity of cards that they're selling, that they maybe don't do what I'm about to show you. But as you're beginning your business, it certainly is a matter of kind of playing the game as far as, squeezing pennies and dollars out where maybe others just click the button that auto-populates the price of their cards at current TCGPlayer market value. But there are certain times, and I've pulled 8 cards today. I want to show you some different nuances and the things that I look at when I list my cards, because I'm selling a little over $1,000 a month in cards. And while that's not big in comparison to some of the other people that I follow, it is significant for me. And I think that maybe it can be significant for you. And certainly if you have any tips or tricks that you'd like to share, if you're someone that sells on eBay, TCGPlayer, or another marketplace, let us know down in the comments down below. A couple of things: if you find anything useful in this video as we get started here in a few minutes, please like or subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. But you could also support the channel if you can find the link just down below. You can see how to do that. But let's jump into the content. Now you can see, like I have my cards out. There's a stack of English cards back here, but I've kind of looked up most of them, and I pulled 8 cards out. So these are the 8 cards that we're going to kind of look at with a little bit more nuance, and kind of look at these and see if maybe there's some extra money to be made there, not just setting it as a default to the current market price on TCGPlayer. And as you can see right here on my website, I only have 26 cards listed right now. I'm still been selling some cards, an order or two every day, because I do have them competitively priced, but I've got to get some more inventory on my store, and I've got like 500 cards here that I need to list, and so I'm going to do some of that today. All right, the first card we're going to look at right here is the Zekrom EX. Okay, so when you open up your seller portal, if you've created your seller portal, what you can do here is you're going to type in the name of the card. Now with Japanese, it gets a little bit more complicated at times, but let's go ahead. We're going to do English here. We're going to hit enter, and I always like to sort by 250 items, because that gets a lot of items there, and then I sort it by number just so they're nice and neat, and so I can scroll down. So the number on this card is 158 of 086. So I come down, I mouse over the card, I make sure that the card that I have here and the card that I have there is the same card. Especially if you're new to Pokemon like I was, this is important just to make sure you're not getting a variation of the card. I'm going to click into it, and what it's saying right now is the current market price is $5.39. It looks like the last time I sold this card, I sold it for $4.19. So it looks like the market price has come up. Now you could certainly just click right here where it says match, and it will match the $5.39. You can come down here and hit save, and you can be done. But if you have extra time, you got some music playing, you're chilling out, you got your coffee or your favorite drink, if you click on the card itself, it's going to pull you into kind of the market analysis. You can see here the price has gone down and it's kind of come back up a little bit. It's saying the current market price, like I showed you a moment ago, is $5.39. But if I mouse over here, I can see that in the last 3 days, 35 of these cards have sold. And so what I typically like to do, and I find that oftentimes the TCG market price is somewhere around the mechanics I'm about to do, and I do math for fun, so bear with me if this gets a little granular and binary here. So I usually take that 35 items sold and divide it by 2. So roughly that's 17. And then I'm going to come down here, and you could sort it by near mint, but I'm going to do just a dirty count real quick of 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you got to pay attention to the quantities. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So around the 17 mark, about half of what was sold is $5.99 plus, not an optional, but an additional 99 cents shipping. So that comes to $6.98. So almost $7. So $6.98. And I can be right here kind of halfway of what was sold. But if you scroll back up to the top, if I did the market price, it would be $5.39. And so if I had just clicked the button over here that said market price, I may have left some money on the table. And so if you're not in a bind for money getting back into your account, to me, I like to start kind of where I talked about. So if I come back down here to where I was, and so here it's basically the same price. Here so here is someone that has shipping included. So this is because I'm a level 4 seller. If I put anything over $5, it's going to say shipping included. So let's say I want to be kind of competitive right here in this space. So that's probably around the 14th or 15th best listing on the TCGPlayer. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go at let's do 689, 689. And again, that's $1.50 more than the current market price. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to go there. I'm going to type in $6. What did I say? 89? Is that what I said? Sure. Let's do that. Was that what I said? 689. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put quantity 1, save. And the Zekrom has been listed. Now, sometimes when you go back to the listing page and you hit refresh, sometimes it's quick depending on how many people are on the server, and sometimes it's a little bit slower. Let's scroll down here. Do we see my name anywhere? We don't see it yet. So I'll come back later and maybe show you where I would be in that listing, but the card is listed. Sometimes it takes a minute or two to kind of update the server. All right, let's move on to the next card. So I'm coming back here, again, inventory. I'm going to type in, this is a Hoopa EX, which is a really nice card, a really pretty card, Hoopa EX. So we're going to do that, Hoopa EX. And sometimes it'll come up with a number if it's popular, and this one it did. It's 226 of 182, so it's right here on top. And so it's going to take me directly to it. It looks like the last time I sold it, it was $1.99. Right now it is $2.48 is the current market price. So let's click into it here and do a little bit deeper dive. Again, I'm going to come down. I'm going to mouse over. The last 3 days, 11 have sold. Divide that by 2. Let's make it 5. But look, these are damaged and lightly played. Sometimes it'll say Japanese up here and things, so you got to be careful. So I'm going to ignore the damaged and lightly played because this is a near mint copy. And so a near mint copy going down 5 would start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th near mint copy. Free shipping over $5. So this is obviously a level 4 seller. So I don't have to include this number with the 285. So I could come in here at maybe 278, 284, somewhere in there to get above this person and get above this person. Current market is 248. So that's still even more than current market. So if I had come back here and clicked current market button, it would be 248. But I think there's a little bit more money to be had. Now, this is just pennies on the dollar. This isn't a lot of money. But if you do this time and time again, I think that it will add up over time. So let's come in here. Let's try to do 274. I think that would be one of the closer. Yeah, 270. Let's do 269. Let's do 269, okay? Still more than current market price. I'm going to tab over, quantity 1, hit save. Hoopa EX is listed. All right, let's jump on this card. This is a Carablast. That's a fun card. Crazy looking card there. All right, let's do the same thing there. Go back to inventory. Double click into here. 2 R's. Karrablast. Let's see if this is a popular one. This is 094 of 086. That's this guy right here. Click right into it. Then you got to make sure you're clicking on Pokemon, not Pokemon Japanese, just in case you make a mistake. It's the same artwork, same number. Make sure you're clicking on English. Let's look over here real quick. It's showing market value is $9.75. Certainly, I could click right there, but let's inspect it just a little bit more. Let's click into the listing, and let's see. We've had 21 sold in the last 3 days. Let's divide that by 2. Let's go down about 10 spots. This is Japanese, so this doesn't count in the 10 spots, in my opinion. So let's go down 10 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this guy's got 2, so we probably want to be somewhere up in here, but this is a interesting shipping and thing going on here. Let's look at this one. The math's going to be a little bit easier. That would be $10.74. $10.74 would kind of get us right there in the middle of the number of cards. 1074. Well, look right here. 975 is the market price. So I'm going to go list it for. I'm going to list it for 10. Let's list it for 1065. We can get even further up the list, and it's still over market price. Let's do 1065. I like good, nice numbers. 1065. I have a thing with numbers. It's a thing, guys. Quantity 1, save, and she's been listed. All right, Carablast is listed. All right, next card, Rayfort. This is a good one, not as high value. but a great card nonetheless. I love selling cards that are a couple bucks a piece. We're going to type in Rayfort. It's coming up with an option that is not the right card, so we're just going to click in here. We're going to scroll down. She's 142 of 131. That's this card right here. We mouse over, same card, click into it. Going to mouse, so it's saying right now current market near mint is 76 cents. We can certainly hit 76, but let's click in here. And again, this is just pennies, but this is good practice. 40 copies have sold in the last 3 days. Let's divide that by 2. That gets us to 20. Let's come down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This video is just me counting 90 cents, 90 cents, but it says the market value up here at the top is 76. So what do you want to do? I'm going to come in here and I think I can get, here's a nice notch, 84 to 88. Let's make it for 87, 87 cents. Still above market, just a few pennies. Tab over, quantity 1, it's near mint, hit save. She's been listed. All right, next one. This is a fun card, the Cutie Fly. That's a beautiful card. All right, same thing. Going to come back up here to the top. Cutie Fly. This is probably going to be one that's, 172 of 162 right there at the top. It's going to come up, showing current market price of $4.89. Looks like the last time I sold it, it was $3.99. Again, you could click that and be fine, or you can come over here and let's do it. Just take a few seconds to inspect, and as you do this more often, you're going to get better at it. Looks like there's been a few periods of time where this card did not sell, so when I mouse over it, only 2 have sold, and that nothing has sold in the last 2 days. So this is one that I want to come in at a competitive price. I probably want to beat I want to be the cheapest near mint card on here so I can move this card. So when I come over here, it says $4.89. So I wanted to show you an example of one that's actually under market value. So for whatever reason, TCG market price, and maybe you know the analytics and the algorithms here, is showing that it's $4.89. But for me to be competitive, certainly I could come in here at $4.99, but this guy has 2 copies of the card. So that means until those 2 copies sold, if I listed it underneath down somewhere in here, my card's not going to get any attention. But I want to move this card, and I don't mind if I give up 10, 20 cents. So I'm going to make this $4.73. $4.73. So I'm going to come over here. And again, that's just under market, but I want to get money back in my bank account so I can buy more cards. All right, so that card has been queued up successfully. Again, back to the top. I'm going to do that. We've got one of these shiny baby shinies here, Capsakid. All right, let's see what's going on with Capsakid. All right, and it's 106 of 091. Is that one of the ones that pops up? It is not, so I'm just going to hit search. I'm going to make sure the numbers are in numeric order. We're going to go down to 106. Oh, did I have 20? Oh, no, I still have 250. There's just not that many. All right, 106 of 091. Here she is. Mouse over. That is the correct card. I'm going to look over here. Last time I sold it for $1.89. I could simply click TCG Market at $2.15, but let's click in and inspect. Mouse down. 10 have sold in the last 3 days. So divide that by 2, 5. That's lightly played. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So somewhere in this 2 to 212 range. But if I came in at 199, I'd be the 3rd highest near mint. So if I come in at 199, again, under market price, but I want to be competitive. So again, you have to make the decision of how long you want the cards to sit. For me, I don't mind giving up 15 cents to get this card out the door and get money headed back to my bank account. We've got another baby shiny Mastiff, a Mastiff up to Mischief. All right, let's take a look at this one, and I've got just one more card after this, so hang with me. Mastiff, it is a promo. It is 071, so that is right there on the top, showing current market value of 52 cents. You could click there and be done. Let's click in. You know the routine by now. I just want to show you this card for some. Oh, I wanted to show you this one. This could potentially be some market manipulation. This card is selling 12 copies here, 4 there, none there, and these time frames too, whatever. Price is going up, going down, and then all of a sudden it sells 114 copies of this card. And so, but no one has bought this card in the last 4 days. So if you want to sell the card, again, get money coming back, you probably want to be the lowest near mint. The lowest near mint would be 39 cents if you undercut that by a penny. Current market is 38. That's a penny you would have left on the table. Again, not the end of the world. What did I say it was again? 38. So yeah, I'm going to come in at 39. So it is under market of what maybe you paid for it if the person that sold it to you is using the TCG market price. But we're going to get this card listed. And then last one. I've got this Great Tusk EX. And let's do this one. This is going to be another pennies on the dollar card. Let's see, the number on the card is 053 of 091. That is not one of the ones that it pulled up automatically. So we're going to click the generic one. We're going to scroll down to, let's see, is this numerically correct? Yep. 053 of 091. There she is. Mouse over. I keep saying she like these cards are females. I don't know. Let's see here. It looks like the last time I sold it, it was at 47 cents. TCG market is 45. We're going to mouse into this. And again, this is the power of level 4. If someone buys a card until they get to $5, they don't get free shipping. So if someone just buys just this card, then the $1.31 is going to get added on, and you can potentially make some more money. 40 copies have sold in the last 3 days. Divide that by 2, takes me down to 20. So let's just count dirty cards here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This guy's got 5 copies. We want to be above that. So if we come in at 0.65, there's a pretty good range there. If we come in at 65 cents, so what is that compared to market price? It's about 20 cents more. So again, that's a chance for you to make just a little bit more money. So we're going to come in at 65 cents. Quantity 1, save. And that card is listed. Now, if I wasn't explaining all this to you, I get going into this just a little bit quicker, but I just wanted to show you very quickly that actually, was it 6 of the cards? 5 or 6 of those cards, there's more money to be made. And the higher value the card, there was an extra $1.50 to be made on one card, a few extra cents on another. So it doesn't always play out every time that you take the time to click into a link and explore it a little bit more. But there is some work that you could do there to get a little bit more profit. And if you add up a little bit more profit on over 50% of your cards, you're going to make a little bit more profit. Then you can buy bigger collections, bigger sets, and things like that. So I wanted to show this to you so that maybe you could use this method that I've been using to make sure that you're getting the best value for your cards, still remaining competitive, but also getting them out there. Now, you could always be the person that's the absolute lowest near mint, lightly played, whatever condition your card is in. And you can do that too. And you can have success with that because there's money to be made there depending on how much you paid for your cards. Were you picking them over your lifetime and you've got 10,000 cards you want to sell, or if you bought them for 60 to 70% from someone. But I just wanted you to find out a way that maybe you could squeeze the sponge a little bit for your profits. And especially as you get going in this hobby, you can begin to pile up your money a little bit and begin to buy bigger collections. So again, my name is Alan. If you found anything valuable in this video, like, subscribe. You can support the channel down below. You can find the link. But thanks for being here. My name is Alan. This is Flip House Finds, and I'll see you in the next video.